Hi, welcome to Something to Talk About. This is my every NHL team's Pokemon type. Before this video, I knew nothing about hockey. So if you came here looking for like an expert on hockey, I'm not that guy. But I do love sports. I do love Pokemon, and I know that I have a lot of friends who love hockey. And I got a little bit of something for them and from them for the show. But before we move on, I want to say like, subscribe if this is your first time here. Please subscribe if this is your first time here as well. What this is I kind of do all these in a one take. I don't edit. So if I say and stumble a lot, it's kind of what I like. I like kind of the improv. I got a little bit of a script. I know what I'm going to say. So it's like kind of the best of both worlds. All right. Also, I got to give a couple of shout outs to the people who noticed my password in my last video, which was my every horror movie monster, not every horror movie monster, but horror movie monster Pokemon type. And that is Jekka and 50. Thank you guys. You guys don't miss many. So let's jump into it. Like I said, I'm not a huge hockey fan. This is like the fourth show in a row I'm wearing this because I was wearing it during spooky season, during Halloween season, but now it's like my only hockey jersey. So I had to wear it for this. The closest thing I got to a hockey jersey is a horror movie shirt. All right, let's get into it. So every NHL team's Pokemon type. So I did do a little research. I tried to learn a little bit about the league in order to do this, to see if there's like certain things I could do, kind of changes. But for the most part, I'm definitely don't know a lot about hockey. But starting alphabetically, so we do these alphabetically. We have the Anaheim Ducks, formerly owned by Disney. I learned that, and they were actually made after the Mighty Ducks TV show. Isn't that crazy? Somebody else owns them now. So their type is water flying, and their moves are water sport and pluck. See down there. I use small text because I wanted to have big logos for this. And also, up next we have the Arizona Coyotes. I don't know why I said also. Isn't it weird? Like, they're in the middle of the desert. You got hockey? I'm sure that's like a huge part of their culture. They always make jokes like it's the only place there's hockey there's ice like in this area. Arizona Coyotes, dark ground. I went with dark because of coyotes, and I went ground because they're in the desert. Pursuit and sand attack. It's pretty good. Then we got Boston Bruins. I did find out that a Bruin is a black bear. Huh. I still went fighting. So, coaching and close combat. That sounded so hockey to me, close combat. So I gave it to the Bruins. Up next, we got the Buffalo Sabres. Horn attack and slash, like slashing with the saber. Right? They're a normal type. We got the Calgary Flames. Like, flames in Calgary? I know they weren't originally from Calgary, but they're more frozen than where I live. Man, flames? All right. Calgary Flames, straight fire type. We got Flare, Blitz, and Flamethrower. And formerly the Hartford Whalers, now the Carolina Hurricanes. The Carolina Hurricanes. We got water. Whirlpool is a water move, but also just hurricane. That's a flying move, but still, like, they're called the Hurricanes. I got to give them hurricane, right? All right. And the Chicago Blackhawks, they are named after the Native American chief Blackhawk. And fighting type, I gave them triple arrow and storm throw. I thought that was cool. Okay. Colorado Avalanche. I can't talk today. Ice type. Avalanche. It's 2 in a row. Give Hurricanes, Hurricane, and I'm giving Avalanche, Avalanche. Come on. Hockey Pokemon. We're making this work. This is good. Icy Wind is the other one. I like it a lot. All right. Columbus Blue Jackets, named after Union soldiers in the Civil War because Ohio is where a large amount of the support and soldiers came from for the North in the Civil War. So they're named after Blue Jackets. Fighting type, revenge, and low sweep. I thought low sweep sounded kind of hockey-like, like you're sweeping. And revenge, again, just like any sports team, like maybe you got a rival out there. Who are their rivals? I don't know. Dallas Stars. Normal type, I gave them Swift because Swift is normally the animation for Swift is just like a star. And quick attack. I originally gave the Red Wings fire type. By the way, this is Dave's favorite. I'll get back to Dave here in a second. I almost gave him fire type because like Red Wings, they kind of look like flame. But there's no flame there. There's actually a tire because Detroit, Motor City, Detroit, and like wings for flying. So I gave them steel flying. I almost didn't. And then I thought about it. So they got heavy slam, which is a still move, and wing attack. Dave lives in Canada, and I asked a lot of Canadian friends, hey, what's your favorite hockey team? And he said, I'm a bad Canadian, the Detroit Red Wings. Like, I'm sure plenty Canadians have some American teams they like. All right, I had to look up where Edmonton is, the middle of nowhere. You got a hockey team out there? All right. Ground water, I gave them dig, like they're digging for oil. And flip turn because it's just a cool sounding, like again, like kind of like hockey, like flip turn sounds like something you would do in hockey. Like you go for it and like shoot the ball. Wow, shoot the puck and then you turn around really quick. See how much I know about hockey? It was so hard to think of Oilers. Like what's oil? There's no oil type. Like what should I do? So oil is like groundwater. Well, water's kind of groundwater. Whatever, deal with it. Florida Panthers. I went with normal again and extreme speed and slash. Oh, that was cool. Some Panthers going on. The LA Kings, gave them fighting type. Quick guard is a fighting type move. And then I gave them noble roar, which is normal type, but still noble roar. They're kings. Get it? Get it? Get it? All right. Minnesota Wild. If I was a hockey fan, I would probably region-wise be a Minnesota Wild fan because I'm very close to Minnesota. Give them grass dark. Grass because you can see like trees in there, and then dark because it's like a panther, right? So I gave them Forest Curse, which sounds really cool, and Bite. And I grew up in Minnesota in the woods area, not really in the farm area, but the woods. So Forest Curse totally fits for me. I like it. All right, this one is Frenchie's favorite, Montreal Canadiens. Weird that it's Frenchie's favorite. Frenchie's from Montreal. And yeah, so we went fighting type and then moves counter and focus blast. Just some cool fighting moves. I know that the Canadians are all about French heritage because it's Canadians is spelt the way that French Canadians would spell it, right? But I didn't, there's no real good moves that show that. So I just kind of found like the best fighting moves to fit like hockey, like focus blast, like a slap shot, and then like a counter, like, you're getting back. Oh my God. All right. The New Jersey Devils, named after the famous cryptid, the Jersey Devil. Dark Fire, Pursuit, and Fire Spin. I don't know what Fire Spin has to do with hockey, but I think it sounded cool, so you're just going to have to deal with it. All right, the Nashville Predators, named after a saber-tooth cat like fossil they found in Nashville. So I went with Hyper Fang and Quick Attack. So normal type, right? New York Islanders, water type. I know that I gave them surf and wave crash. I know that doesn't sound like something that you do normally around New York or Long Island, but it's kind of sound cool, like the Islanders, like surf, wave crash, and wave crash. I don't know, kind of makes me think of hockey, like bashing into each other. All right, other New York team, the New York Rangers, fighting type. You have a body press again, like
slamming into somebody and no retreat. Like you're not going to give up. Fighting type. New York Rangers. The Ottawa Senators. There's no like. I tried to find like talking moves, like diplomat moves, like senator moves, like politicians. I couldn't come up with any. Assist and captivate was the best I could do. I went with normal type. All right. The Philadelphia Flyers gave them flying type with fly and drill peck. I don't know why I went with drill peck. I think, again, kind of maybe it sounded like something to do with hockey, like drill. I don't know. Like you're drilling in there. Pittsburgh Penguins. Ice type, ice shard, and ice punch. People get punched in hockey still, right? San Jose Sharks. Water, dark, snipe shot. See, that totally sounds like a hockey thing, like slap shot and bite because it's a shark biting a freaking thing. I believe the newest team, the Seattle Kraken, released the Kraken. Octozuka. That's perfect. There's an Octozuka. There's a perfect move for a Kraken and then a wrap, like they're wrapping in their tentacles. The St. Louis Blues, because it's all about music, so I gave him sound-based moves, so I went normal type, and I gave him uproar and sing, sound-based moves. Then you got the Tampa Bay Lightning. Electric, of course, because they're lightning. I gave them charge and thunder punch. Again, punch. People punch each other in hockey still, right? I mean, all I really know about hockey is what I learned watching the Mighty Ducks and the Goon. Sean William Scott. I love the Goon. All right. Trianto. Because they're tree and leaves. Toronto Maple Leaves. Grass type because they're maple leaves. I gave them razor leaf because of leaves, right? And branch poke. I thought branch poke is like they're hitting each other with the sticks, like branch, like it's like a tree branch, right? Even though it's not. It's a hockey stick. All right, the Vancouver Canucks. This is Soda's favorite. All right, Vancouver Canucks. He's in British Columbia, I believe, up in the BC. Water type. Gave him brine. I spelt it bine. That's hilarious. Brine and clamp. I don't want to give another like shark-like thing bite, so I went with clamp. All right, another favorite. This is my coworker Ashley's favorite. She loves the Vegas Golden Knights. I remember when they first started and how excited she was that they did so well in their first season. So, fighting type, victory dance, and payday. I was thinking because like gold, like money, gold, golden Knights, payday. All right. The Washington Capitals, because the Ottawa Senators don't already exist. Oh, wait, they do. Isn't it? You think like when Washington and Ottawa like fight, it's like a war? Because it's like the two governments fighting. I don't know. That's a dumb joke. Normal type, swagger. And like I was thinking like swagger, like a politician needs to get some swagger. And then I was also thinking double team as in like something you're doing in hockey if you got like two people covering one guy, like double team. And last but very not least, we got Snark's favorite, the Winnipeg Jets. Fly, because Jets, carry people like fly. And then air slash, because it sounds really cool. And I believe that slashing is a thing in hockey when you hit each other, somebody with a stick, like slash. So that's Snark. Snark lives up in Winnipeg, not too far from me. So maybe if I got into hockey, I might be weird and go Winnipeg, right? I mean, I feel like they're closer than where the Wild play for me. Okay, let's get to the numbers. A lot of you guys usually leave when I do this, but you still have to wait for the password, right? So I didn't get a chart this time. Figured a lot of people don't watch the numbers anyway, so I just want to do a normal number breakdown. So we got normal 7, flying 2, water 2, grass 2, electric 1, ice 2, fighting 6, poison 0, ground 2, flying 5. Wow, 0 psychic, bug, rock, and ghost. None of those. Dark 4, 0 dragon, 1 steel. So it looks like we got a tie for first place with normal and water. I would have thought that ice would do really good because hockey's played on ice. But yeah, not a lot of ice-themed, names
But all right. There you guys go. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope the fact I knew nothing about hockey, you still enjoy it. I hope you know about hockey, and I hope I did these justice, right? That was my goal. I hope I did it justice for everybody. And let's think of a password. Because I do work in Minnesota and live very close to Minnesota, let's make the password wild. That seems easy enough. So what you got to do is just sneak the word wild into your comment. Sneak it in there. Don't make it too obvious. And I will give you a shout out on my next Pokemon type video. Thank you guys. This was awesome. I hope you're enjoying hockey right now and hope you enjoyed my list. Please like if you did and subscribe if you haven't. And as usual, it's just my dumb opinion. It's just me having a goofy time. It's a goofy little list. All right. Have a good one, guys.